a little talk on how to take criticism properly. Have a song, send it to someone, they will be like, this kind of sounds a bit strange. I'll try and fix that to the best of my knowledge in one go, and then I move on, because I can't sit there all fucking day, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like any kind of art form. Critique is good, you know what I mean? It is good to get those pieces of feedback from someone who's going to be a consumer, not another artist either. I don't recommend getting feedback from artists when it comes to your mix. When you're writing, and if you're at the writing stage, get feedback from other artists. But when you're at the end stage, when you're mixing, don't fucking listen to them. You know what I mean? Like an artist might say to you, "Oh, well, you should fucking change this. You should do that." And then you're talking about changing something. I'm not writing anything here. I'm mixing a song to the best of my ability. All the elements are there. I'm not adding anything in terms of an element, like a musical element. You want a consumer's feedback, because they're the ones who are going to listen to it. And you got to take that constructive criticism. You don't want to end up becoming super defensive and being like, "No, man, fuck you. Like, how dare you critique what I do?" But you also got to remember that, like, not all constructive criticism is something you got to take into account. If you really feel like, "Oh, you know what I mean, I don't actually agree with this. I like this. I think this is good. This is what I want to do." You got to stick with that. But what I noticed is my biggest issue with that song that I had to show people was the vocals. I was like, there is something. I'm not overly happy with the vocals, but this is what I can do. And when I showed it to the group, and they were like, "Yeah, the vocals, they sound a bit dead. They don't sound there." You know what I mean? And I was like, shit. I thought about that overnight last night, and I was like, all right, what the fuck am I gonna do? What the fuck am I gonna do? And that's what I came up with. I was like, all right, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit more dirt on it. I'm going to put a bit more grit on it. That's it. I'm not going to do anything else, So that's our edit. Now I can move on knowing that, well, I tried the best of my ability. I made something. And then after making it, I sent it to the group. They critiqued it. And then after the critique, I took that into consideration and I did something about it without changing anything else. I didn't go back and forth. So now it's time to move on. You know what I mean? That's the best I can do with the talent that I have, That's it, gang.